Welcome everyone to a special edition of Conversations with Rob. And I have a couple high school students that I'm talking with today, Taylor Umscheid and Molly Zacko. And they got to participate in the spring of 24 honor flight. So they're veterans of the honor flight, and what we're going to do today is just kind of talk through their experiences, and so we were able to share a little bit more about what honor flight is. So that's my first question to you ladies is, for someone that doesn't know anything about it, what is the Roman Eagle honor flight?
Basically, each veteran is paired with a student, and you just stay with them. We used to only stay one night, now we stay two, and we take them all around Washington, D.C. It's really fast, so you have to slow down and enjoy it, but it's amazing because they get to see their memorials.
So what's the role of a student guardian?
So we just kind of go alongside our veteran, make sure they're doing okay, check up on them, like making sure they're enjoying it. Also just kind of allowing them to not have to worry about the logistics of things. We kind of work backstage while they get to enjoy all of the sightseeings.
We also make sure that they don't have to ever carry their bags, or some of our veterans are in wheelchairs, so we'll always be there just in case they need it.
I said you've gone before. What are some of your most cherished memories from that trip in the spring of 24?
So my veteran was very emotionally closed off. He was very stern and serious, but within a day he was smiling, laughing, having fun. So it's just great to see him come out of the shell and really enjoy the trip.
Mine was actually on the first day. My veteran's name was Bob, and his brother actually lives in Washington, D.C. So he actually came by, and we walked around the Korean War Memorial with him, and then also the Lincoln Memorial, and also the Vietnam Wall. And his brother actually served in Vietnam, so it was amazing getting to see both of them reacting to their memorials. And I feel like sibling relationships are always just extra special. So it was just great getting to see how they supported each other.
Let's dive in a little bit more about your veteran. You get a chance to know them pretty well in a day and a half or 2 days. Tell me more specific things about the veteran you got to work with.
Well, again, his name was Bob, and something interesting about Bob is he's actually 100% blind. And it was my first flight, so I was obviously a little bit nervous for it, but he made it he was so gracious with me, and I would mess up my lefts and rights, and I would give him wrong measurements for how tall monuments were, and he was always just so gracious with me, and he loves to laugh, he loves to talk, he loves to make friends, and yeah, I just had lots of fun.
So my veteran, his name was Donald. He's actually my great uncle, but I didn't really know him before the flight, but we got along very well. I could tell I was related to him. He was pretty stubborn at times, but again, a lot of fun, liked to joke around, and he was a sergeant, so he never actually went over to be still served, still has a lot of that trauma. A guy who dressed up the very old-fashioned. He was ringing a bell, saying look, it's our veterans, all of that, and people were just stop what they're doing. Airports are very hectic. People are kind of scrambling around. They just stopped what they were doing just to clap, just to watch us walk along. And then I saw a lot of the veterans get emotional on that because that was just amazing.
Homecoming here. Describe that event and what that means to your veteran that you work with.
Basically just try to get every possible community member here. And another interesting thing about last year, since it was 2 days, we actually had it during the school day, which was amazing because we had the bleachers packed with students, and then normally people line Main Street, and we had the Central kids and the West kids lining it. People make posters.
It was just amazing to get off the bus, we're exhausted. We come into the school and there's our parents, our grandparents, people from the community, the whole student body, and we just get to honor those veterans and to show to see our peers showing the respect towards the veterans. It's really cool to see.
flip it to those that get to welcome these veterans back. What growth opportunities does the homecoming provide for the students that are involved in that and the community that comes in for it as well?
I think it just kind of serves as a reminder that it's the home of the brave, like not the home of the chiefs, things like that. Like, we need to honor the veterans and remember what our country is about and be reminded that we can be united in things like that.
I think that it really helps the students to really be able to see what they're saying to pledge for every day in school, because a lot of times you just stand up, you've done it for 12 grades, at least for us, and sometimes it can get repetitive, but it's really important to always get those reminders that there are real people who have served and they're right in front of you and we need to honor them.
Is there anything that you want to make sure people know about the honor flight, whether that be the flight in itself or the homecoming process?
I think something that I at least wasn't expecting whenever I first went on it was I kind of just thought that I would mainly just stay with Bob, and I did, of course, but also like bus rides and plane rides, they really connect you with a lot of people, and so I not only got to know like my classmates better, but also I got to know so many other amazing veterans. A couple of them were my friend Laura, her veteran, Joe. He would always help Bob whenever he needed any help that I couldn't provide. And also Alexa's veteran, Jerry. It was a really cool moment because he held Bob's hand for every photo, and he always made sure that he was like, he'd say, face towards 1 o'clock, Bob. And like, he would always like get him back to me safe and sound. And I also felt supported a lot because I'm terrified of planes. And Bob talked me down. And so it was like, it's not just us supporting them, it's equally them supporting us.
It's hard to put into words how much it means to us, but it was like an amazing experience. Like, even though it's just basically 3 days, it means a lot. And like, I'm planning to go again just because of how much it meant. And it's kind of indescribable.
We're going to throw the details out there again. Before I do that, and this is my 3rd year as superintendent here, this is one of the neatest things that we do because we have students that serve people that served us as a country. So thank you for that. Selfishly, it's also one of the best public relations things that we also do in our community. I've talked to several veterans that have gone on this trip that live in our community that have specifically stated, I was a little unsure about who was going to run our area, run our community in 10 years or 15 years. And I have total faith based on the interaction that they have with you as student guardians, you specifically, but also all those students that have gone into part. So thank you very much for that. Let's remind the folks, when do we leave for the trip?
October 21st.
And about what time?
Probably 2 a.m., 1 a.m.
Okay.
Bright and early.
We leave from here, we go, we get on a plane, we go to Washington, D.C. When do we get back?
October 23rd, and the doors open at 9:30.
That's here at the high school, lower gym. I'm assuming we are inviting the community to participate in that homecoming. Awesome. Thank you very much, ladies, for your work with our veterans. Thank you for talking with me, and have fun with the trip. Get a little sleep beforehand, because it's probably exhausting, but thank you again.